Monsters Call have guests, and I don't wanna! You hear me? I don't wanna! You'll have to kill me first!
Ari, what have I said about leaving your garbage around?
You've literally never said that. Ever.
Oh, I know. I just wanted to call Lightning Bliss garbage. You're garbage, by the way.
And your name means hate, and you don't even like spicy food. Seriously, that's lame.
Good, the ribbing has started. See you in 15 minutes.
Did she literally drag you here?
I underestimated her, point being, you touch me with that cannon, and I'll go full metal rainbows on your plate. You get me? Sheesh. Well, your mayor friend got me here. We're supposed to do a review or something?
That's usually how it works, yes.
Which one is it? Better not be a stupid one like...
The Fault in Our Cutie Marks.
So this opens up with the CMC talking with a family about their daughter's new cutie mark, and they appear to be under the impression that the mark itself is questionable due to it being a symbol of bones. Granted, symbols or imagery of bones can mean quite a few things depending on the culture or area you travel, but this is Equestria. Do the parents seriously think their kid may have a talent in being a pirate or, dare I say, Undertaker? Kinda dark, Hasbro.
But it turns out that the cutie mark means she's an archaeologist, or paleontologist. There is a difference. And it turns out that the CMC have been helping a lot of people with their cutie mark problems.
Really sweet to see how these three have come a long way from being blank blanks to realizing their talents and actually helping others. And to see the results is just as pleasing. Not to mention the fact they are happy that they are making others happy. It's so satisfying.
But enough of that, we have set up for a plot device to get to.
Now, Scoodly, you do know there will always be challenges. Someday, some pony might even come to us with a problem that even we can't handle.
And the moment's gone. You killed the sweet moment.
I get that a lot.
I guess we've got to ask her, but aren't griffins supposed to be kind of mean and cranky?
I don't know. Was that supposed to be speciest?
I believe it's been established that ponies are a wee bit xenophobic, that are just incredibly ignorant.
I thought the young would be better than this. Sweet Celestia. But it turns out the griffin is a cinnamon roll named Gabriella.
But you can call me Gabby since we're friends now?
Call back to Gabby Gums? Maybe. Turns out she was a nice griffin in a land filled with jerks, but that all changed when Pinky and Dash showed up.
It wasn't until your friends came to Griffinstone that I realized some creatures actually like helping each other. And I saw something so awesomely awesome! How helping spreads from pony to pony and griffin to griffin. I knew then that I had to find out why I was so different from the other griffins. And I knew the answer just had to have something to do with those wonderful, amazing marks on the pony's flanks.
Wait, what? That was a bit of a leap in logic. How do you make that connection?
Yeah, I can admit it probably is considering they are two completely different species. But she's a young griffin in a land of negativity, and for the first time she sees kindness and friendship being given out by another species, similar to what she was trying to do, and is immediately attracted to the glowing shiny piece of art that is on their flanks. One could argue kids tend to cling to the first shiny thing they see that relates to positivity. Maybe she felt she belonged more with ponies than griffins. Given the circumstances of her living situation, I kinda don't blame her.
That's why I flew all the way here! I want to find my own place in the world, and I know you can help me by giving me a cutie mark! So, let's make with the cutie! Whenever you're ready.
It's like they distilled Pinkie Pie, Glinda from Wicked, and Finny Cinny into one little sunshine baby.
She's so precious! She's too pure! But it's nice to see the CMC being upfront with Gabby about the potential of success of her not getting a mark, since they've never heard about a griffin getting a cutie mark ever. But Gabby being optimistic and giving them a chance to sort it out, I'm glad they took the opportunity to ask an adult, Twilight, on the situation. At least they are following through with double checking first before coming to a quick conclusion.
Is there some kind of spell you can whip up to make her mark appear?
I don't know if any of you remember, but using magic to get a cutie mark never really works out all that well.
Oh, right.
I don't know why they're feeling all bashful when it was only Apple Bloom that screwed that up, but nice continuity nod to the cutie pox.
You know what, Crusaders? So what? Maybe we can't help Gabby get a cutie mark, but we can still do what we're best at. We can help her find her purpose.
Okay, again, these children are showing an unusually large amount of wisdom and resourcefulness. Characters are actually maturing.
Actually taking the time to help this new friend find her purpose in life knowing it may not give her a mark? That's like the most selfless thing I ever heard this MLP season. Oh, my heart! And I'm suddenly having some scary flashbacks of how we met.
What? I like warm hugs.
And you doggone nearly hugged me to death. That they break the news to her that she might not be getting a cutie mark, and she completely brushes it off. Ha! Gripping the brush off.
There's a first time for everything, right? And she didn't say it was impossible, right?
This is the most optimistic character ever put in fiction. I imagine if her foreleg were chopped off, she'd go, "Oh boy, half-price manicures for life!"
I know what it's like to want something that's out of reach. And just because it hasn't happened yet, doesn't mean it can't.
That sentence has so many feels attached. Another continuity callback to Scootaloo not being able to fly is just the cherry on top. But I know what it's like not being able to achieve something that is out of your reach too. When I was young, I had hopes to one day be able to speak another language, like Spanish. But due to my processing disability, it didn't seem to matter how hard I tried. I still made a C average the entire year of my class. But I can smile at the fact that I know I gave it my all. And though I may not have succeeded in my goal, I know I did the best I could under the circumstances. And that's what I like about Scootaloo's statement. They are going to try their best to help Gabby however they can. The fact they are willing to give it a chance is heartfelt in my book.
Alright, but where do we even start? Where we always do, with a good old-fashioned Crusaders chart.
Because that works so well with yours.
Burn, you big meanie!
Then we get a... Oh, I forgot we had a musical number in this episode. That should speak volumes. But the visuals show that Gabby is quite talented in helping ponies. A character who is not a pony, but is very enthusiastic about helping others. She's like Spike.
Isn't Spike usually abused unintentionally though? And tends to be ignored or not given as much gratitude for his efforts? I'm not saying this is similar, but sheesh. If Spike saw this, I would think this is the right episode where he should be jealous. All's well that ends well, eat your heart out. But it turns out Gabby appears to be good at, well, everything, and Scootaloo and the others come to a sad conclusion that Gabby may never truly get her mark, and even goes out of her way to say, "Why did I get her hopes up?" Which I gotta say, oh you poor filly, you did everything you possibly could. She said it herself they would do everything in their power to help, and they did! That's an A+ for me.
But Gabby comes back later with a brand spanking new cutie mark. A cauldron, apparently. The CMC say to show Twilight because science! But Gabby is dodging it.
But before the CMC could even talk to Twilight with Gabby about her new mark, apparently Gabby is intentionally avoiding the CMC and telling Twilight about the happy news. Gee, it's almost like she really didn't get her mark and is lying to them. But I can't complain. Seeing adorable Twilight is best, Twilight.
You have got to get Gabby back here right away. I have so many questions. Oh, I hope I have enough ink and parchment to document everything. Spike, guess what just happened?
Oh, I look forward to the inevitable heartbreak. Gabby, you don't play with a scientist's heart like that. They have feelings too.
Yeah, and you would know all about playing with someone's heart. Still waiting on those milkshakes. I was good the last TF2 mission.
I never said when I'd give them to you.
No, you just lied to me!
I didn't lie. I just manipulated you through the use of words to get a desired outcome.
Does that make you feel better when you say that? Or do you feel worse? Cause I'd feel worse.
It doesn't. You take that little voice in your head that tells you to be nice, caring, and considerate, and shoot it. Shoot it in the freaking head. What are you doing?
Sure, whatever, don't mind me.
But they catch up with Gabby and find that her mark is a fake. She gives up pretty easy.
Kinda obvious with the paint literally dripping off.
Wow, Gabby. Painting on a fake cutie mark to make yourself feel better? You must have been really upset.
Again, we gotta note this. The CMC have displayed a strong amount of empathy and maturity throughout the episode. Never once did they overcomplicate the situation, try to lie, or not see a solution that was right in front of their faces. And it's not just here. A lot of the post-Crusaders of the Lost Mark episodes have the CMC showcase a lot of growth.
Which I find to be a huge relief. One of our biggest fears with the CMC was simply not progressing once they got their marks. They are actually taking on the responsibility their talent has bestowed, and they are going out and beyond to help others to find their calling. It just goes to show that even when one road for a character ends, another one can begin with effort and determination. Good on the writers for keeping them trotting onward.
Sure, I was disappointed, but I didn't do it to make myself feel better. I wanted to make you feel better.
Everyone in this episode is a precious cinnamon roll.
Must protect! Too pure! They bring her back to the clubhouse and tell her that her destiny might be helping others.
But helping just feels good. It couldn't have anything to do with what I'm supposed to do with my life, right?
If everyone thought this way, the world would be a way better place.
Yeah, but reality is the world don't swing that way.
That's BS! I need more cute to wash reality away!
Your very own beauty mark! Ta-da! We carved it to mark the moment we all figured out what you should do with your life.
That'll do it! My heart!
Alright, check my blood sugar.
My dear, there's enough glucose in your system to run a car.
Aren't you sweet?
Awesome! My very own cute Cinderella!
Did she just have a heart attack?
It would appear so.
Ooh, I always wanted to do this. Clear!
Ow! That hurt!
Clear!
Ow! I'm conscious, alright?
Oh, bloody reflexes. Clear!
Are you serious? Stop that!
I'll never get used to those final death throes. Clear!
Why you?
Operation successful! So they promised to meet again, and that was the fault in our cutie marks. This episode was just too precious for words. While not a perfect or mind-blowing episode in any way, it's just adorable. Gabby could easily have been irritating, but she wasn't. She's so earnest and excitable that hating on her feels like hating a puppy. Cute little episode, cute interactions, cute characters, just cute.
Easily one of my favorite CMC episodes for sure. Though I admit I didn't much care for the intro at first with random unknown ponies the CMC helped in the past. Felt a little forced. But overall, the execution was flawless to me. Gabby was a character that seemed annoying at first, but you immediately warm up to her just by her dedication to helping others along from the start. The CMC were very mature throughout the entire situation, even beating their mentor Twilight that was too distracted with writing a paper. Not only that, but they helped to set a new path for the Griffin Kingdom by supporting and encouraging Gabby to help others. Heck, my favorite line out of this was Gabby merely saying, "Helping just feels good." It sure does!
I concur, which is why Firebrand and I need to talk.
What? How did... Bliss, did you tattle on me? Okay, now you're not getting that milkshake.
Ahem. We need to have a talk about picking on people.
Fine. I'll get you for this, Lightning Bliss.
No, you won't.
Since when could you read minds?
Me? Read minds? What a silly idea. Perhaps I've just lectured you so many times that you formed a conscience in the back of your mind in the form of my voice, due to you taking things too seriously. Works every time.